You can't follow the news and not know Jennifer Evans. Flyers everywhere offer rewards, flyers of hope she'd be found alive.
Police were, I think, on to exactly the main participants from practically the beginning, because Jennifer had been seen in the company of Dusty, of course, on the night of her disappearance.
Authorities won't say what led them to Newport News City Park and the badly decomposed body of Jennifer Evans, but they feel certain her killer is Signalman 3rd Class Billy Joe Brown, a Navy SEAL in training attached to SEAL Team 4 here in Hampton Roads.
It was only after Turner sort of broke down during police questioning and led them to the body that the case was cracked.
Then they came back, I don't know, 20 or 30 minutes later with a map. And I knew Dusty's drawing because we used to have to draw in training. You sometimes have to draw maps when your eye's on target, stuff like that. So I knew his drawing. And they said, Dusty has showed us where the body is. This is it.
The anger in Billy Joe learning that Dusty had, in fact, I think, in his mind, gone against their agreement to say nothing. His anger was visible. His face turned a beet red, and he eventually began to point the finger at Dusty and blame him for Jennifer's death.
Well, I knew he told right then, so I said, screw that. So I made up a story, and I figured that they would rather have two than one, so I said we both did it.
Police just laid down and accepted that. They did no further investigation. They just ran with the testimony of somebody who was obviously lying.
Tell one lie, tell a million, who cares? I didn't care at that time. I had no conscience, so I didn't care.
Once they had their suspects, then they had a quandary. They had two suspects, each one blaming the other for the murder. What do you do in a case like that?
Police now have two suspects in custody. The first is Navy SEAL trainee Billy Joe Brown, Jr. of Ohio. And this evening at Little Creek Amphibious Base, police arrested 20-year-old Dustin Turner of Bloomington, Indiana. He, too, is a Navy SEAL trainee.
The prosecution developed a theory of the case that allowed them to say they both did it.
She returned home from vacation in a body bag, the victim of what police called a brutal attack by two Navy SEAL recruits.
It's not the hand you're dealt, but how you play the hand you're dealt.
And that theory was these two men conspired to abduct Jennifer Evans from this nightclub for the purpose of a sexual assault. Brown got 72 years and Turner got 82 years.
I figured he snitched, and screw him, man. He's on his own.
Anybody that cares to get interested in this case is never going to feel better about it at any point. You start out with the murder of this girl, and then you got all the other stuff, the accusations and all the other stuff, and then as you begin to understand the facts of the case, that doesn't make it any better. It just makes the whole story worse.